I don't know if you can see how low budget we are. So this is my water bottle, right? So check this. On this other side, I put my mic. So the trick was I put it like this so that you guys cannot see. But now I realize I just told you so you can actually see it. Dang it. What up guys, welcome to Minor Mind, a place where no mind is too minor. Minor, because minor and minor. I'm so excited to be here with you again to give you yet another episode that I honestly pray will give you incentives. It will help you in the little way that it can. If it cannot change your life, I hope it just enhances your life, because that's the main aim. We are changing a life at a time. Changing a life at a time. Contribution. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm going to be talking about something very, very interesting. Something that I think you will resonate with. Something that is befitting at this particular time. Boosting your productivity. And I'm guessing the subtitle is here. That was close. Here. I wanted to choose here, but I know it's not here. Boosting your productivity. If that sounds interesting, kindly let's dive in. So obviously why I chose this topic at this particular time is because it's almost intuitive to just stay home right now, because that's what we've been doing. Stay home and do nothing at all. Waste your time in either binging, spend time addicted to your phone. Umeshaambiwa afadhali ningenunua mbuzi kabla ya kulipia school fees. I guess jokes on them. We are not in school. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think I'd rather just start. Number 1, calibrate your perfect morning routine. Siku njema huonekana asubuhi. A bright day is seen in the morning. They say if you are multilingual, you stand a better chance to success in life. So English Kiswahili mimi niko sawa. When I say morning routine, I simply mean the time that you wake up. However, obviously waking up before or with the sun will do you a great deal. I like to think of it like this. Like the first hour of your day predisposes you to a certain type of a day. Like how you spend the first hour after you wake up will determine how you live your day. Have a morning routine, because we're talking about a morning routine that involves you boost your energy, right? It's a morning routine that you get intimate with yourself. Like you get to journal, you get to meditate, you get to think, you get to plan out your day. Steve Jobs said something interesting, that every time he used to wake up in the morning, he used to look in the mirror and ask himself, whatever I'm about to do today, will I be happy with it? Because this is what happens, and I don't know if you experience this. Personally, I do. It's not even 1 hour, it's just 10 minutes. Like after you wake up, the first thing that you do within those 10 minutes almost kind of like determines how your day will be. Like if you wake up and you feel tired, you almost can tell it won't be the best day. I mean, it's only me. And I have a problem. It reminds me of a time like when I was in a primary school, in boarding school, and for some reason nature used to call me at around 4 a.m. I used to get on my bed, walk through the dormitory and go to the washroom, right? And every time I used to go to the washroom, like between the dormitories and the washroom, there was this corner where the watchman used to particularly stay. I used to see him there every day awake, just seated there, looking through his phone or reading something. And I used to admire this guy. Like, this guy is so committed to his morning routine. Yani ameamka mbele yetu. Right? But now I'm just realizing that he was a watchman and it was actually his job to stay awake. Nonda used to look at me weirdly when I used to tell him, "Now lale poa." Number 2, create your tight bubble of focus. This particular point, I got it from one of my favorite reads, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Come up with certain times of your day, or even certain days in your week that no one can even find you, that you have no gadget beside you or near you, that you are in your own space where you're working on your craft. Focus or concentration is now a skill. Like, when you go to the interview and they ask you what's one of your skills, you can say concentration. Although that will be dumb if you think about it. That's how bad it is at this particular time that we are living in such a way that as a generation we're living such a frenetic life. You come from this activity to the other one. You come from this activity to the other one. So you need to create those tight bubbles of focus. And I said it could be times of the day. For example, early mornings when you wake up if you're a morning person, or late at night when everyone else is asleep. Like your quiet times where nothing distracts you. There are 3 Ds that are destroying our generation. 3 Ds. What's funny? Digital dementia, digital overload, and digital distraction, right? So digital dementia is where you're addicted to your phone. Digital overload is where we have so much information to consume, like you're consuming this information after this information after that information. And then digital distraction is where you cannot stay away from your phone. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you just like, okay, fine, you put down your phone, you even turned off the data, but then 10 minutes into your work and you're like, wait, I have to check my phone. It hasn't even buzzed or given you a notification, but you just want to look what's happening. Maybe someone sent me a message. Digital distraction. But the mere presence of a phone alone within makes us dumber. I'm trying to burst that bubble. It's a bit tight. You know, that would be a good joke to like segue into the other point, no? Number 3, observe the 80-20 rule. This could be one of my favorite points. This rule simply says, allow me if you may. You have no choice because you're watching already, so you just have to allow me to explain. So this rule simply says that 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities during the day. Now, this is so true if you think about it. Just imagine and be genuine with yourself. Imagine a typical day in your life. Many people, the first thing they do, they wake up, check their phone, think about whether they want to shower or not. I'm not stating one of my weaknesses. I shower every day. You have so many activities and they're split within hours. Like this activity you finish, it's kind of like the school setting. You have a timetable where each hour has a different subject. Each hour has something. 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities. High impact value activities. The activities that even you know, they give long-term results. And we have a limited cognitive bandwidth, which simply means that every time you engage in an activity, you leave some amount of your concentration in it. What happens, and you'll agree with me, is that by daytime you find yourself almost exhausted and you wonder, what have I done? I've just been studying. It's because your morning was filled up with so many activities that it's crazy. It explains why some of these geniuses, some of the people we term as geniuses, they're so simple. Simplicity. They almost have even a uniform in the way they dress. Look at Steve Jobs, turtlenecks. Mark Zuckerberg, a simple tee and a pair of jeans. Some of these trivial things, they are automated. You don't even have to think of what you're wearing. It goes back to the way we used to be told, like before you wake up the next morning, like before even you go to bed, plan your next morning so that you don't have to start thinking of things right then. Because remember, you have a limited cognitive bandwidth. If you can find a way in which you can just maximize your time to those 20% of those activities, you are way ahead to your journey in productivity. The number 4, which is my last one, have a beneficiary. Now, this one is kind of like off the mark, but I think it will help you like it has helped me. We are almost able to work twice as hard when we know something that we are doing will benefit another person. The best way to do this is to simply ask yourself every single day, when you feel like you don't have the incentives, when you feel like you're tired, when you feel like you cannot do it anymore, just ask yourself, who is counting on me to win today? It could be directly or indirectly. Your mom could be counting on you to win because obviously they are your parents. So no matter what you're doing, whether you're like a YouTuber, you just give me time. You might be counting on me to win, right? Hence why I'm so inspired to just do this. But on the same case, it's because it's a quid pro quo. I'm counting on you to press that subscribe button and just like and comment. But the point is, have a beneficiary. So those are my 4 tips for you to just boost your productivity. So kindly, if that was good to you, kindly share this video, tell someone else because they need it. Na kama mtu ana slouch kwa kiti juu yako because you're not sharing, no judging.